Hello and welcome to my life. Welcome to my life. You are welcome to my life. You are welcome to Contemporary Views. On Contemporary Views, we discuss trendy and happening issues every day. We not only discuss these issues, we learn and take home lessons from issues. Life doesn't have a formula, it doesn't have a constant. There are some things in life that you can change, but there are other things you can learn to make life much better for you. I so much believe in this. That is why whenever I find things happening on social media, I want to bring it so we discuss about it and take home some lessons. You are welcome to my life. As you can see on the title, we will be discussing the former CEO of Konga Nigeria Limited, who goes by the name Mr. Imudia, Nick Imudia. Yesterday, a sad story stormed the internet, but as usual, I like to verify all the informations before coming to you guys with anything. So I needed to take out some time, to check out the information before bringing it to you. It's a sad incident, a very sad one. If you can see, I am in dark colors today, which signifies I am in a way sympathizing with the family of the deceased. I am broadcasting on Facebook and on YouTube, so if in case you see me looking away from the camera for a bit, it means I am picking up attention from another platform. So please, I want for us to talk. Ever since social media came to limelight, since it first became popular, we have always been dealing with issues of cyberbullying. So I want this topic of today to be like a foundation, cyberbullying, a foundation on which we'll discuss about what happened to Mr. Nick. Now, I told you that I had to go around to search for informations to validate the news that I got. I didn't want a situation wherein I would bring something to my platform that is not verified. I didn't want a situation where I will come back to you to tell you that the information that I had given you is not what it is. So I went to several trusted blogs and I got information from there. So I would be reading from one of such blogs so that you can also go there and verify. Let it not be like I am giving an information that only I have. So the thing is, I always go to the Punch newspaper. It is a verified newspaper, a verified source that at least most people go to verify their information. So we'll go right to the Punch and then read what the Punch is saying about this situation. 2024, and it's titled CEO Nick Imudia. Okay, it reads: a former chief of executive officer, a former chief of executive officer, one of Nigeria's e-commerce giant, Nick Imudia, because of community standards, I won't be able to be mentioning some words here, but it's saying that Nick Imudia bows out by himself. He took out himself in Lagos, according to police report. Okay, Imudia was said to have Lagos State in the evening of Tuesday, June 25th, 2024. Yes, it is true. He did what he did on June 25th, 2024. The Lagos State Public Relations Officer Benjamin Hundeyin had told one of our correspondents on Tuesday. In this piece, Punch Online looks at the profile of the late business and technology leader, from his educational background to experience and marital life. Now, this is going to give us another base, like the foundation. We will be knowing, or we will be getting to know who Nick Imudia is in the first place, because I am sure so many people do not know him. But I am bringing this story because there are a lot of lessons we are going to be learning from his story. That's why I'm bringing it here, okay? Imudia, a business executive and technology leader, was born in April 28, 1979. That means he should be around 45 years or so, in Ika local government area of Delta State. That is in Nigeria, for those of you who don't know. Now, his educational background. Imudia backed a bachelor's degree in engineering and industrial management from Mikkeli Institute of Technology in Finland in 1994 and 1997, respectively. Afterwards, he proceeded to Aalborg University for his Master's of Engineering degree in Oil and Gas Technology in 2000. He later earned a master's degree in Business Administration and International Business Management from Haga Hillier University of Applied Sciences in 2012. I must say that he was an educated man. This man went to school. He was an educated man. Having worked as a design engineer and a solution manager at NTC and NOK, respectively, Imudia put his drive for business growth into motion as he rose through the ranks to become the general manager, managing director of Nokia, a multinational technology giant. Okay, you can see that his portfolio was very rich, very, very rich. There, he supervised the management of the Nokia device business and operations in West and Central Africa. Na big boy, na big boy in day, na big boy. He also managed the delivery of sales and marketing. After 8 years at Nokia, Imudia became the regional director of Alcatel One Touch in Nigeria and Central Africa. Wow. Following his exit from Alcatel, the 45-year-old emerged as the CEO of Nigeria's e-commerce giant, Konga. He held the position from April 2018 to October 2022. Before his demise, Imudia was the Group Chief Executive Officer of Delight a renewable energy provider company. He held the position at the Nairobi office in Kenya from October 2022. Now, that's his professional life. You can see that he was so accomplished. He went on. It means that he was not just any kind of man. He had a powerful background that any man out there or any woman out there could be proud of if they were the ones in that position. Now, let's talk about his marital life. Okay, while much is unknown about his marital affairs, the late Delta State businessman and technology leader who was previously married to the mother of his young daughter, okay? The marriage ended due to irreconcilable differences. Now, I did a video yesterday about Chioma and Davido, and those who followed online yesterday, they dwelled more on the fact that because Davido is a rich man and they don't have a problem of finance, their marriage is going to work. I am just bringing it here because this is another man, from every indication, has everything he wanted in life. A very wealthy person, a very rich man, but he too could not keep his family, in as much as they are telling us here that they are not sure of his relationship because he had little or no information about his relationship on the media, but it is said that he wasn't married. He was once married to the mother of his young daughter. It means he has only one child from this report I am reading to you. So life is not always the way we see it. It isn't always the way we look at it. So that's like a foundation of this video. So it is all about a serial businessman, well-educated, well-placed in society, a wealthy man, a rich man. He has everything going on well for him, but little did we know, or we couldn't have imagined what would happen, what would inspire, what would cause him to bow out from this world with his own hands. So, based on what you have heard already, I want for us to discuss some of the reasons, some of the causes why people choose to bow themselves out. Yes, why people choose to do that. It is a very difficult situation, I must tell you. It's a very difficult decision. But if someone comes to that point where he feels that that is the only way forward, it means that there must be something really challenging before that person. And now that temporary views, we will discuss the situation and then pick out the lessons and take home. So today I want for us to discuss some of those things that may cause an individual from bowing out in that way. Life, I must say, is very good. But if you see an accomplished man, he is accomplished in all ramifications, at all levels. He is accomplished. So why would someone that accomplished decide to bow out using his own hands? So now let's discuss some of these things that I took down some notes, and from time to time I will be looking so I don't go out of topic. So the first reason that I think may cause someone to take out themselves is bullying and cyberbullying. We all know, or we are somewhat versed with what bullying and cyberbullying is all about. Not everybody can take the pressure that is being given on social media. Somebody posts something on social media, they expect for you to appreciate that thing, that video, that content, that post. You do not appreciate, you bully them. Not everybody can take that hit. In another situation, somebody makes a video that does not appeal to you. If you do not like that video, probably you can just pass, you can unfollow that person, you can just administer grace if you must say something. But this is not the case in our society today. When you do something wrong and it comes out to public, people rather share it than console you, than share in the pain. And it is normal, almost normal these days, for people to trend with bad news than with good news. I don't understand how people feel when they take upon themselves to hurt other people with the kind of content they project or with the kind of comments they comment under people's posts. Today, many people run with negativity other than positivity. If you want to trend today on social media, just do something negative. Let just do something negative. Let somebody spill out your secret that you are not proud of, that one thing that you are not proud of, and you see the way you are going to trend on all platforms on social media. So cyberbullying and bullying can be a major reason or a major cause from someone to just like delete themselves out of this world. No, not everybody can take the heat when it begins. Not everyone can stand that. Also, common to us nowadays are some mental health issues. You're welcome to my life. Nowadays, we have things like bipolar, schizophrenia, stress that affects people. When these things happen to people, maybe their loved ones are not keen to discover that they are going through something like that. Some of them tend to be very anxious. They are worried. This, I can tell you, for some reason or to a larger extent, can push someone, to use their own hands to delete themselves from this world. And it is not a joking matter. It is not something we should, all this withdrawal syndrome. You can ask questions about this person. If people's countenances begin to change, that that these people usually are not like that. They usually do not function like that. They usually do not behave like that. Please, you can ask each. Something must have caused that change. That change must be as a result. Now, another thing that may be a reason or a possible cause for someone to delete themselves, pressure. It is true that life is challenging. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, life wasn't as challenging as it is right now. There is no way somebody is getting anything for free nowadays. You do extra for the things you are not supposed to be stressing over. To achieve anything in life, you must work double, triple these days before you get to achieve those things. So life has become increasingly difficult. You would never know what people are going through in their quiet time, in their quiet space. You will never know. The pain and stress of life alone can push someone to this level. Now, a big CEO like this, since yesterday, I have been wondering, who could have really pushed this man? What could have pushed this man? From the post I read from the Punch earlier, it is clearly stated that his marital life is not available much on social media, but he was once married to the mother of his daughter. It means that at first time, he was a single man. He wasn't married. Maybe he was in a relationship, I am not sure of that. But it is even more challenging for a man who doesn't have a partner to slip into a situation like this. Genesis of what he was going through. Nobody knows his pain. Nobody can identify the challenges that he was going through, because from what I got on the internet, let me read that as well before I continue with the causes, the possible causes of things like this. I think I took a screenshot from a platform. Okay, let me read this to you. When we ask you to be nice to people, it's generally for reasons like this. Everyone has internal struggles. That is so true. Everybody faces challenges. Yes. For a man who on the outside seems to have it all figured out, to delete himself, it means something went. Another platform. Okay. Nick Imudia, former CEO of Konga Nigeria Limited, just deleted himself by falling off his apartment. Before committing the act, he had called his older brother and left instructions on how he'd like his assets to be shared. My goodness. He called his only daughter and told her he will always be with her, and whenever she misses him, she should look into the sky. My God. If you are having, I don't want to mention because of, if you are having thoughts like that, please get professional help. Talk to someone, and let's remember to be kind, be nice to people always. You never know what they are dealing with. Now back to the possible causes of things like that. You have heard from that write-up. There's a reason why you should be nice to people. Not everybody is doing so well, even if they look like they're doing so well. Nick had it all. He was rich, he was wealthy, he had everything he wanted, but you never can tell what the pressures he had in life were. You don't know the things that pressured him the most. You don't know what pushed him into this situation. Now that he is someone considered to be heavily financially viable, I want to think of a possibility that he may have gotten into a wrong business deal or a debt that kept depressing him, and then he decided to do this. Remember that I said if situations like this come up, we hear them, we listen to them, and then we look at possible lessons we can carry home. So, but for now, let's be looking at the possible causes. And I think that maybe he had some financial challenges, as in the level of business, maybe some kind of businesses were concerned or something. You never can tell. Also, most of us, we have family history. Some of us out there, we are not sure of the kind of things that happen to people who had passed on in the family. If there is history in the family of people deleting themselves, it should be looked at too. Yes, you should consider it. If you are from a family where people in the past deleted themselves, it should be like something generational. I don't know, or I don't see the possibility of it being like a curse or something, but I know that if it has happened in the family, it can still repeat itself again, it can still occur again. That is why I think that maybe people should check and see in the families they are coming from if issues like that may have erupted in the past, because you never can tell. So going on, other reasons that I think people may end up, deleting themselves from this world may be just because of the access of weapons. It is true that some people can really get angry And when they are angry, they cannot control themselves. Anger is a momentary thing. If you are angry right now, you take out some time to cool off. I am very sure in a couple of minutes the steam will die out, and then you can do something better. You know, to react under pressure, react with anger and stuff can lead to a situation where, if there is the presence of some kind of weapon or maybe some kind of medication that you can take to carry out such acts, maybe a possible reason or a possible cause for people to do that. Usually in life, you don't know when the hour is going to come, but some people facilitate it for you spiritually. You never can tell, though not proven, but we understand that they say this person was led by a spiritual means. You know, it didn't happen naturally. You can't say it didn't happen, it didn't occur naturally. Now, there is something we undermine a lot, and I made mention of it yesterday on the video that I did. I was talking about abuse and trauma yesterday. When I said that, the way that video is with women, you know, always wanting to get out there with other women and then leaving proof. There is one thing, it is one thing proof of your cheating. So this is who Davido is, but Chioma still accepts to marry him in this condition. To me, I look at abuse, because emotionally, if you really love someone and from time to time this person keeps misbehaving, this person keeps doing the things that you do not appreciate, I put it to you, you will not find himself or herself in a situation where you always have to defend the negative things your partner does in public, i.e. disrespecting you. Emotionally, you are not okay, you are not fine. Even if you accept these things, you cannot accept them forever. So there's this aspect I really want for us to look at. Trauma. You have emotional trauma, you have physical and sexual. There are so many people who cannot stand RAPE because they are being stigmatized. They stigmatize them. They cannot even report it. And if people get to know about it, they use it to laugh at them. So they are being stigmatized with that kind of events that happen in their lives. And this leads to some form of trauma. And that trauma, I tell you, can push someone to end it all. It is not easy staying and hoping and waiting for people to forget that thing that you are not proud of. Trauma is an example of something that will cause someone to delete himself. Now, there are children who were abused physically while young. I think that some of them grow up to be, you see the traits in them. And if care is not taken with such people, they can become those people who in the future may want to take away themselves out of this world because of the things they have gone through. As always, I'll tell you, when things happen and you are not the victim, you can still learn from these things and take home some lessons, to learn some things that we hope, things that may directly and indirectly cause or contribute to people wanting to delete themselves, is substance abuse. We have all kinds of substance abuse, beginning from mild ones like alcohol to the other ones that have strong names that you and I know. Taking some of these substances, to me, is not good at all. There is no need, since these things don't contribute anything to your life. If you are under medication, for instance, and that medication come with some of the benefits, in quotes, to me they are not benefits, with some of the benefits that some of these substances give, that's a different case. But if you are not on treatment, if you are not on medication, but you do self-medication on certain substances just because you want to be high, it's a no-no. Under such substances, you can be influenced to delete yourself without you even knowing. We know the accidents that happen. Under the influence of alcohol, the rate of RAPE is alarming. Under the influence of alcohol, there are so many other things that you will not imagine. It's just because you are not very conscious. So substance abuse at all levels is challenging and should be checked. I think that there's something we are underrating: loneliness. Imagine a man who has everything he wants in life. He doesn't have a wife. Maybe he lives in an environment where his family and parents, or maybe the siblings and parents are all grown-ups and everybody is facing their life, and then he doesn't have a partner. Maybe he doesn't live with the child at home. He stays alone. That kind of lifestyle can really push someone to do things that they will not be proud of. Sometimes it's good to meet people. It's good to socialize. You can go to church. You can go to a club. You can go out to a park to meet people, to have an exchange, to create friendships, to talk with people. Some people don't have any friends around to look after them. That's why you hear sometimes someone passes on in a house, and then they get to only discover that this person is gone just when they start getting the pungent smell from that space, to check on you in 5 days that no one has seen you. In 1 week you don't have someone. That lonely life, I must say, is not something to write home about. You should be able to socialize. You should be able to meet people, create friendship, talk to people, go out, hang out with people. Life cannot be that difficult for you if you have people who care about you, if you have people you get to talk to, if you have people who listen to you. You cannot bear all the burdens of your heart alone. That is why we have therapists out there. If you think that you cannot trust a friend to share your problems with, maybe you can talk to a therapist. We also have chaplains in some churches. We also have pastors. In some churches, we also have priests that you can go to. We also have senior family members. We have that you can go to talk to if you really want to talk to someone, rather than bear the burden completely. Maybe talk to someone. So this aspect of loneliness, to a larger extent, I think hinders the progress of some people and may push them to end it all, in as much as they don't want to end it. You see pain, long-standing pain. The human body is designed in a way that when you grow older, the functions or some of the functions of the body begins to slow down. This means that as you grow older, you should be mindful enough to check some of these functions and see how you can manage them before they become a problem to you. Okay, now let me tell you guys a little story before I continue. Right now, my mom is somewhere around 58 years old, but she has a problem called arthritis. I don't know if you guys are very with the illness. Now, we have been to several hospitals. She has done several tests. She has drank all types of herbal drinks that anybody who heard about the situation had given her. But there is no solution to this problem. Okay. I went to YouTube and I began to do research on this topic. I like to do that a lot, as a matter of fact. If I have doubts in anything, I go to YouTube and watch so many videos. If there's any other platform where I think I can have information, I go there, just watch about arthritis. And then some of the local remedies that different people around the world were trying and saying that it works. We try them from time to time. This is after we have been to the hospital for like 2 years. But no solution. So I didn't want to give up because my mom is in constant pain and lives with painkillers. Okay. From my little knowledge about the human body, I know that when you keep taking painkillers, the kidneys and the liver will soon have problems. So based on that, I didn't want my mom to continue with the pain medication she has been taking. And most of her pain medications are injectables. So they've injected her so much so that she no longer feels the pain. Let me put it that way. She's become used to injections. So I am not being injected, but I feel for her. So I decided not to do that research. And after extensive research, I realized that arthritis is one of those illnesses that if you happen to suffer from, you just need to manage it in the best ways possible. But it doesn't have a permanent treatment. It doesn't. When we started going to the hospital with my mom, the doctors did not tell us that it's a situation that cannot be treated. She has been treated, and every time she begins treatment, she begins to feel okay. But once the treatment finishes, the illness comes back. So this is what arthritis is. For those who have not witnessed it, for any person who thinks they know something that we have not tried, maybe you can drop it in the comment section. I'll be glad to go and try, because this is an illness that is making my mom very, very uncomfortable. Imagine a situation where she sits down, she wants to stand up is the problem, or she's just walking and suddenly a pain at the level of the hip or maybe the knee, a very sharp one, makes her stay on that same position. Sometimes she even sits on the ground, and then when the pain cools off, then she can wake up. So now, why I am telling you all this is that there are some illnesses in life that you live with it and then you begin to manage it till the end. There's no treatment for that, and unfortunately, this is what my mom is going through like right now. So I did my research, and then I told her that, Mama, see, this your illness like this, it looks like there's no treatment. If it's going to go away, maybe it's just by the grace of God. But I also understand that if you have so much weight, you are not helping the situation. If you are consuming sugar, you are not helping the situation. If you are not exercising, you are not helping the situation. So there are a lot of things that I learned through watching some of these videos. From time to time, we give her a thorough body massage. It means that her joints are not supposed to stay cool for too long. Her joints are not supposed to be too hot. Maybe if she goes to a distant place and walks too much, yes, the pain comes. If she stays down, not doing any movements for too long, the pains come. So we try to manage it like that. And then when it is too severe, she takes her painkillers. But if she can manage, she doesn't. She exercises, she tries to lose weight, she eats right. And then we brought in things like vegetables, more of vegetables and more of fruits in her meals before noon. If she must absolutely eat, she needs to take in just fruits or vegetables, and this has been working out for us. She's been living with this condition now for the past 4 to 5 years. We have been managing it only that way. So I brought this story about my mom because it is something I am living with. I'm living with her and she's living with this condition, and I can give you first-hand information for what we are going through with that condition. So now back to the topic of today. Some long-term pain or illnesses can push someone to end it. If you can no longer contain that pain, see, if you are sick, if you are healthy in life, please thank God. I think that many people underrate good health. Yes, they always try to place money before good health. When they say that a healthy man is a rich man, that's very true. Some people don't know what they can go through if their health is being tampered with. Just because of this situation, there are so many activities that my mom can no longer involve herself in. She cannot do it. She can't. Bending over, carrying something from the ground anyhow, she cannot do those things. Not that she's too old, she's just 58, but she cannot do all those things. This thing has limited her in such a way that we did not expect. So now we are struggling for her to lose some weight. We're struggling for her to eat right. We're struggling for her to manage the situation the way it is. And luckily, she has her children around who are concerned. She has her doctors who are concerned. She has her siblings who are concerned. Now, for someone going through something as painful as this or more painful than arthritis, what do you expect? Some time ago, we lost a relative who had a liver condition. I don't know what the name of that condition is, but this person was crying, out of pain. This person will cry, and then call on death to come. They didn't want to stay anymore. That for them to continue like this, better they should just delete. They should just vanish and go so that they can have rest. Also, people who fall into accidents and break bones and have serious damages, all these crippled those accidents that leave you crippled and stuff. If you have this kind of people around, we should keep close eyes, because these are the kind of situations medically that can have someone think that it is better for me to delete myself rather than struggle over something that I know I won't be able to accomplish. So some of these things that we underrate around us may be causes or possible causes of someone wanting to delete themselves. Okay, from the report on Punch that I read, it is clear that he is not married. Now, some people are not able to take shame. They are not able to take disgrace. They are not able to take defeat. Yeah, those are some of those things. For some people who are very public with their relationships, for instance, they are always posting their husbands and wives on social media, for instance. When suddenly this relationship crashes, do you think they will be able to contain the trolling that will follow as a result of them losing out of this relationship that is so publicized? Some people will not be able to take that. Also, this one goes to all the baddies out there, those girls who want to live large from the pockets of men. Take a situation where you are living large at the expense of a man, and unfortunately he passes on. It means that your whole world has crashed. In that situation, what do you think that body would do? Also, For someone who loses their loved ones, sometimes it's like the world is coming to an end to them. And this can greatly inspire thoughts of signing out by people around. That is if and only if they don't have people around to encourage them in a situation like this. If we are looking at this topic, it is because we have friends and family who can become victims of such. So it's not like I took out my time to just come and talk on something that is not important. If we neglect these things, I don't think we are making progress as a community or as a people. So some of these things that are not being talked about on social media, they are also very important. We cannot spend the whole time listening to gossips and then not learning or gaining anything from the time we spend on social media. That is why I am really emphasizing and trying to bring out some of these points. They may be happening right before us, but for the fact that we don't reason it that way, we don't see it that way, we just let it go, and before you know it, someone signs out by their own hands, which really doesn't make sense. We can prevent many things from happening rather than things happen. Also, I know that I have already mentioned financial challenges, but at the level of maybe his job or maybe his business or maybe some contract or something. But now on another level, finances, nowadays, most people around us, they happen to be able just to raise the bare minimum to live. They don't have an excess on top of what they make. That means they just make that which is enough to run their life every day without any excess. Their hustles are basically for just food for that day. Sometimes in life, I can tell you that it can be very challenging for them. And this alone can push someone to just end it all, even before their family realizes what has happened to this person. Financial constraints, financial obligations. We have this thing they call how do they call this thing? Daily contributions, wherein people, some group of business people, they come together, they contribute some money, they give it to one person. This person invests this money in a business, and then the person now begins to give back this money in bits, in small amounts, so that at the end they'll be able to give the money without losing out whatever they put in their business. There are situations where people collect this money, they use it, and the business don't work out. How do they get to give back that money? The pressure on top of the money. That is why even in the Bible, it is clearly written that you should not borrow somebody money, let alone a group of business people, maybe petty traders. They gather their money and give you, and then you lose out of that business. What are you going to be telling them? Maybe you don't have properties to sell. You don't have products to give out, to collect. You don't have anything. How do you pay back? It is things like this that make people to have this kind of crazy thoughts, such that it ends up in a way that is so painful, is so not nice. Since yesterday, I have been thinking like deeply, what could have been going through his mind? Why did he not tell someone? Why did he not contact someone? Why didn't he just take a vacation, and cool off the steam? Why? He shouldn't have decided to go like this. He deserved better. He deserved better, honestly. He had everything going on well for him. At least we can see that he was doing well. He was an accomplished man. But you never can tell what was going through his mind. These things keep happening every day. So if you are in a position to reduce the occurrence of some of these things, I think that is the best way forward for us right now, because we cannot keep losing important people, loving people, good people around us just because something is not going on well. Something is not going on. I always say this thing: administer grace. Speak kind words to people. Be nice to people. Even if you want to do corrections, correct with love. Do you know that there are some people who have never experienced love, like genuine love? Maybe in their childhood they were traumatized, they were maltreated, they grew up, life became so challenging for them. Maybe they could not get a partner who would like try to make them and stuff. Before you know it, they are growing old, and then maybe they don't have anything to hold on to. There are people like that, and for sure you do not know what people are going through. That is why my advice to you all is to administer grace. Just say kind words to people. Do good things for people. Do things that will make people whole, that will make people well again. Okay, for someone like Nick, I don't think he was lacking in anything. Finances, clothing, maybe cars, houses, he had it all. But maybe he just needed someone to talk to. But he did not have someone to talk to, probably. And now, where is he today? Where is he? Be ye one another's keeper. It is written in your Bibles, but do you keep one another? Do you check it all? Okay, personally, I am not very friendly, but at least my parents speak to me every day. I call them every day. I have a few friends here and there every day. Then I have thousands of you out there, my friends. I can't call you fans or followers. I have my friends that when I am so bored, I come online. Anybody I see, we talk, those who get to write to me on my inbox, when I have time, I sit down, I begin to reply some of the missed talk. But personally, I am not the very friendly type that wants to make friendship with everybody, but at least I get to spend time with people and exchange ideas. And when I mean people all over the world, not only people from my country or from my neighborhood, all over the world. Like for instance, I met a Kenyan lady on TikTok, and she told me so many things about Kenya. I've never been to Kenya, but she told me so many things about Kenya. I saw the way they do things in Kenya through her. At least if you have found yourself in that tight position where you cannot relate with the people around you, you can go to social media and make positive friendships. You can always find people you can talk to, just like I am talking to you now. Nobody has it all. Nobody is too perfect. Nobody is above pain. Nobody is above stress. All of us can feel pain. All of us can be subjected to some kind of trauma. Too anxious. Anxiety, I think that too is also underrated. Yes, some people become so anxious about everything. When they are happy, they become anxious. When they are sad, they become anxious. When they lose something, I don't think anxiety is a good feeling that somebody should be living with. If you identify people with such anxiety around you, you can talk to them. You may not have You may not have the right words, but saying a thing or two can change that situation, can hold that person back before it is too late. Also, some people keep hurting others emotionally. You sit down in your life, you have had 10 girls, you have broken the hearts of 10 girls. You sit down, you have broken the heart of 10 boys. This is just your routine. You make people fall in love with you, and then you fall out of love with them, and then you let them be. They just get confused. They don't know where to go to. They don't know what to do. They relied on you. They hoped in you, that you are nowhere to be found. Not everybody can take that kind of failure. Somebody may have sacrificed their all just to be with you. They may have sacrificed everything. They may have gone through some kind of stress, some kind of turmoil just to be with you. But before you know it, you are leaving them all to themselves. Not everybody can take that. So I think that there are so many things that can make someone, can cause someone want to delete themselves. The list is inexhaustible, but I will just say as many as I can remember. Then maybe in our quiet time we can have reflections, and then we see how we can help people who feel that are going through some kind of things like that. Now, another major thing that can make someone want to delete themselves is when they have maybe an accident and they have irreparable damages. We see some people who are on the wheelchairs today, they cannot do anything for themselves like they could before. That situation needs therapy. If you have a relative who is like that, you don't even need to ask his or her opinion. You just need to seek help. Because from maybe today you can do everything for yourself, and after a certain event you cannot do anything for yourself. You depend on people for everything. If someone is not around you to help you, to sort you out, you won't be able to do anything on your own. So that's another situation that can really push someone to want to end it all. In all of this, I will still reiterate that no human being alive is above any of these things that I have said. Any of these causes, any of this, no human being is above. The moment you feel that you have it all going on well for you, thank God. But when things begin to change, please seek help. Please associate with people. Please tell someone to tell someone to tell someone. And for us who are upright or who think that we are fine, we are good, we are okay, just please learn how to administer grace. Just be nice to people out there. All this insulting, cyberbullying, embarrassing, struggling to disgrace people publicly is not a good thing. Not that you are afraid of the people you intend to, or not that you can just not put, just have a mind. Just have mercy. Just take pity. Think about it before you do it. If this situation is reversed, can you take it? Can you take it? And my advice, the advice I am giving to everyone out there today, no problem is constant. I'm telling you this, no problem is constant. Even I myself, I have reached a point in life where I thought that everything is over, it's all gone. But the moment I stayed for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour, 2 days, 1 month, here am I. Give it time, it will pass away. No problem is constant. Even whatever you are going through right now will pass away. Nothing in this world is constant, including your problems. For those of you who like to live secluded lifestyles, it is about time you begin to mingle. It is about time you begin to reach out to people. You never can tell. You may find yourself in a situation where things are not working out very well for you, but the moment you begin to mingle, trust me, things are going to change for you. I can assure you. Now, back to Nick Imudia. I send my sincere condolence to his family. I sincerely mourn with them because I understand what this means to them. I can't say I feel their pain, no, but I understand what it means to lose an illustrious son, a wonderful man, a good example to the youth. I know what it means. So my sincere condolences to his family and to those concerned. And for you, all my friends, I laugh to share gossip, to castigate. Anyway, we do that here, but not in a bad way. We bring out the truth, and then from there we learn a thing or two. So now I've been wondering, you are watching my videos, but you are not following, or you have not subscribed. Why? At least you can subscribe, you can share my videos, you can comment on them. At least that one will make me know that I am doing something. That one will really encourage me so that I can come with content all the time. You know, some people feel that content creation or blogging is easy. It's not easy. It's easy. But you didn't come here to see anything. Before you know it, people will be debunking you right under the live video. So you are lying. You are not sure. Madam, go and rest. Go and rest, you know. So, but I understand that you know that sharing the content, especially if it's good, encourages me to do better. Also, I am open for corrections. If I am doing something that I am not doing right, yes, it is in your place to correct me nicely. I am open to corrections. I can take corrections. So, on that note, please, for those joining in late, please, can you make you would learn some things from there, take home these things and then keep it at the back of your mind. We can help someone who is about to delete themselves. We can help someone who does not know that their actions can lead to them deleting themselves. We can encourage someone whom we think is not doing well. If we find people around us who are not doing well, we can encourage them and tell them of a doctor, a therapist, for instance. It's not a bad thing. When they say mental health disorders, it doesn't mean that you are mad, because many people feel, oh, they limit it to madness. No, mental health doesn't necessarily mean that you are mad. Mental health means that you have a challenge. You are finding it difficult to be able to process certain things like that. When that time now comes, people out there now may have to help you, like the doctor I mentioned, or they may have to help you. The psychologists, the counselors are your friend. They'll just be helping you to be able to come back to normal. It is okay for you to break down. It is okay for you to cry. It is okay for you to have a me moment. That's, you just stay quiet on your own. It is okay. All of that abnormal. I think that it is high time you seek help. Nobody knows what you're going through. Maybe you feel ashamed of the situation. You can't talk to the people around you. You can't talk to your loved ones. So it is in the best interest for you to go to the hospital or seek help from the appropriate quarter. So with all of that said, I believe that we have learned a lot from this particular video. Please share this video, share it and give it to your relatives, to your friends, so that we can make our community a better place. And to the family of Nick Imudia, we send our heartfelt condolences to you. We love you, we support you in this trying moment that you are going through right now. It is because we understand what you are going through, but we pray that God strengthens you at a moment like this. And for the little angel that Nick left behind, for people who are around that girl, they should encourage her. Remember one of the points I make here, that if it is in the family, it can reoccur. So this girl should be schooled. She should see therapists to help her sail through this event. And if you have people around you who are not doing well, encourage them. Good word or two can save a situation. So that is why I am going to leave you all right now with so much love from me to you. See you very soon on my next live. Like and share my video and send down your comments in the comment section so that we get to talk some more. Bye, YouTube.